Hey guys, thank you so much for being with us on this day. As above, so below, we're definitely talking about Saturn energy. To each and every one of you guys to be notified that Apostle Ely is live. After having such a good conversation and answering questions yesterday, I talked to a couple people and they were talking about how it was really insightful. That people were asking. Normally, I have a very controlled platform and a subject matter that I talk from, but having the opportunity for many of you guys that are actually interested in the ATRs, that are actually interested in learning magic, whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Paulo. There are some universal laws that apply no matter what you practice, and at the end of the day, I don't know if some of you guys have been how long you've been with me, but I'm very, very big on manifestation. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you guys. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Thank you for being a part of our live. But when it comes down to me, I do realize that a lot of people are trying to learn different types of conjure when it comes to or spell work, when it comes down to doing money work, healing work, prosperity work, protection work, and a lot of times, depending on the ATR that you're in, hey, what's up there, Jazz? Sagittarius in the house. Just point of reference, I am a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries and my rising sign is Pisces. And I personally have been born to practice the black arts. I've always been able to operate in the spirit realm, even from a kid. I'm 51 years old. I'm actually sitting in the cemetery right now. I'm in Miami, Florida. This is one of the cemeteries I normally go to. I do a lot of conjure in this cemetery, working with the Eguns, spirits of this cemetery. So I came on to do a live today because some of you guys have gotten graveyard work done for me, and this is a part of that working that I do for those that contribute. That those that do not know, I do have a YouTube channel where I have a lot of information that I share. But I wanted to come on here today because, especially with Saturn energy being prominent on this day, for all of you that are Capricorns and Capricorn placements or Aquarius energy, to understand what it is about structure. A lot of us, me personally, my North Node is in Capricorn, and so me being a fire sign, I have learned the benefits, guys, of having a strategy, having structure behind the manifestation. Thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate that. But having a strategy, just give you guys, because I am in a cemetery, I want y'all to know where I'm at. I'm actually sitting here on the saber tree. I am a crown Sentero in Ocha. I am a crown Mafedifun Oya. And I also have already received her sister Ayao. And so I'm also Scratched and Paulo. You're not scared. Absolutely not. It's not the dead. It's the people that are living that do you the most harm. I'm a natural born necromancer and conjurer. I was that from birth. And so therefore a lot of the things that I do. But I tell you guys, when it comes down to spirituality, I've actually been out in cemetery at night. Most of the time I'm out at night. Oh, you gave you permission to film in there. Experiment. Why would you ask me, did I get permission? I just want to know before I respond. Why did you ask me, did I get permission? Since I said I'm a Santero, I'm a priest in the ATRs, and I practice the dark arts, and I've been practicing the dark arts since I've been a child, elementary child. I'm 51 years old. So I want to know, why did you ask me? Because there are rules to priests or not. Yes, there are rules, and so therefore I would, if I am truly what I say I am, I think I would have went through the proper protocols before I actually came into the cemetery. The fact that I'm not doing a ceremony right now and I'm just sitting in the cemetery should be an indication that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that I'm not actually carrying on. Yeah, but I think that some things are given, especially with the fact that if I am who I say I am, I should know the proper protocols to operate in the cemetery, since I've been practicing in the cemetery since over 50. I'm 51, so I've been doing this since I was like maybe 5 or 6. Well, I'm not a person that claims, so I guess this is your first time in my live. If you follow me on YouTube, you understand I'm far from being an amateur, and I have been operating on a pro level for a very long time. I actually came up under pros. So I'm not even somebody that just out here got a gift and a talent and really have no guidance. I've actually been trained. I meant they help you regardless. That's why we're... Oh, no problem. A lot of times what I'm trying to do with this forum that we have is I'm trying to address, you need moderators on TikTok. How do I even, let me, hold on. Actually, I don't even know how to make people moderate. Hold on. Oh, add, there you go, huh? Lock account, mute account. Okay. There we go. There we go. I just made her a moderator. I would just say I don't even know how to make moderators, and then I just started clicking add moderator. Yeah. There we go. We got some moderators in here now as I get some of my familiar people that follow me, because I did this because I have some of my people telling me that they really I made you a moderator, Keish. But I did this in order to help other people that may have genuine questions, genuine concerns about things they would like to know. I will say this, that in no matter what ATR that you're in, that people are asking questions that they don't need to know. And the reason why I say this, Ache, the reason why I say that is because if you're not initiated into an ATR or a particular tradition, then there's certain things you shouldn't be asking. You know what I'm saying? But if there's a general question that no matter whether you're in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, that a person needs to ask, because I feel like a lot of people are going into the ATRs too blind, and not only going into blind, but having unrealistic expectations depending on how deep they're going to go into the ATRs, or they have realistic goals in the ATRs, but themselves do not know what it's going to cost. What's more potent than cinnamon for prosperity, in my opinion? Me personally, because I'm a Sagittarius, when it comes down, me personally, I believe that depending on your energy field and your actual energy makeup, things apply to our prosperity different. Me, chamomile. I use chamomile, and I also use alfalfa as a mix, because chamomile operates with the sun energy, but it operates with luck and favor. And then I work, and cinnamon should be used when you want something to done rapidly. I think that too many people don't understand that cinnamon is a fire element, it's a catalyst to manifestation. And when you don't understand that when you want something quickly to come to you and manifest, utilizing too much cinnamon will disrupt anything that you want on a consistent basis. Yeah, very much who I am. Yeah, I've been doing this a very long time. And I am a person, I believe no matter what practice you in, you should study. I don't care how gifted and talented you are. I also believe that a lot of people that may be gifted and talented are renegades. They use those as excuses. How do you use chamomile? Now, me personally, I use chamomile, the herb, in my incense. Or I have, like me, I predominantly get my stuff out of Miami. I have a website, but me personally, when I dress stuff, I have a recipe that I utilize. But I'm just saying, typically, if you're gonna use chamomile, if you can get the oil, that would be great to anoint candles or grigri bags or however you. Because like I said, when it comes down to manifestation, whether you're drawing energy in or whether you warding energy off. Because a lot of people, when they think about prosperity, they only think about things coming in. But a part of your prosperity is repelling anything from going in. Bokor, okay, that's voodoo. And that's the dark aspect. I think that, like when so you would be more or less, hold on. You would be with Met Kafu. Like when we do roll opening, depending on what type of spirits, whether you're dealing with cold spirits, whether you're dealing with hot spirits, and that's the same thing in every ATR. I think that the more people don't study to know why they are working with certain entities. Yeah, I'm in Miami now. I'm actually in a cemetery, one of my favorite cemetery. It's a very old cemetery, but when it comes down to conjure, it's like doctors. When you're dealing with a spiritual person, depending on their ATR, hey, what's up, Coco? It has a lot to do with what you're looking for. I think that too many people, what they need to know, what you want and what type of person that you want to do that type of work. Your ancestry matters if you're going to practice personally yourself. But if you are in a situation and you need a certain type of working done, depending on whether it is an Obia work, whether it's in a voodoo, whether it is an Ocha, because a lot of times people don't realize even in light work, there's a darker aspect of that energy. How do I figure out my ATR? Well, your ATR has a lot to do with your ancestors. And so therefore you will need, is he still in Miami? Yeah, I'm still in Miami. But when it comes down to spirituality, I think that people need to know what they want. And then they need to have a very clear, because a lot of times I do realize, because people don't have a lot of knowledge, they think they're speaking something very specific, and a lot of times you are making a very general and a broad general statement. Just asking for prosperity, or a protection, or that is such a broad perspective. And anybody that practice very deeply, and especially with Haitian voodoo or any really Apollo or Ocha, just deep in the deep waters of magic, they know that those are very general statements. Much love to you, Ja. Appreciate you as much. Now, depending on whether you're working with Kabbalah, because I came up also very young with Masonic Order and Eastern Star, so I got very deep into Kabbalah and the Goetia and that type of magic. Most of the time we have to be ourselves to discover our meanings. Well, that goes back to the foundation of your energy. And this is why it's so important. I've been waiting on to know more about my ancestors and spiritual God. I don't know what they practice. Let me say this. Always remember, no matter what you get into or you decide to get into, magic is natural. Natural as breathing in, breathing out. You can know your ancestors all day long. If you don't have a relationship with those ancestors, I want you to always I try to keep things simple. You can know that that's your auntie on your daddy's side, but you don't fool with her, she don't fool with you. So having a knowledge of your ancestry and not having a relationship and a healthy relationship, because you can still have a relationship, but it can be toxic. Magic is having relationship with spirits that have your best interest. How does divination readings check out on his site? On my site, if you want to know how my divination or my readings go, all you have to do is go on my platform, my YouTube channel. My clients always post about their readings, their consultations. So I don't necessarily defend or come on here to advocate about my abilities. That's for the people that receive my services. They speak very loud and clear about how I operate. I burn money for them and a white candle to venerate them. I don't have a problem with when I do veneration, and I want to say it like this: when you properly venerate. Have you ever been to Brooklyn, brother? No, I've actually, I'll be honest with you, I took me and Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, we took my son to Delaware, and I since I was out there, I went to visit the grave of Whitney Houston, and so I went through a lot of those areas in New York, but I did not stop. I was focused on getting there to. So how do you venerate? Now, okay, real fat. Okay, now this is the concept where I try to teach people about veneration. When you understand that energy follows thought, and so therefore when we venerate, what we are doing, reminding our conscious mind that subconsciously that person's energy still exists. Which means when you're venerating, you're reminding your natural mind that grandma, auntie, daddy, brother, Tata Mama, whoever you're venerating, that their energy is not destroyed. It may be transformed or transmuted, but it still exists. And so therefore, the reason why I believe that relationship matters, because so when people truly venerate, that means that you know what Big Mama wanted, you know what the particular person wanted. I don't think you're a little bit all over the place. I thought you were asking about veneration. But to understand what true veneration is, I don't think just because you put a picture on your altar, that doesn't mean you're venerating your ancestors. I don't think because you put stuff on your, if you don't have a connection to the energy or that spirit, if you're not, if those items are not consecrated with the items or the energies for that particular spirit, because you don't know enough about that spirit, then how can you truly, that's just like saying you got a boyfriend that he don't know y'all in a relationship. People do it, but they're not in relationship, and they're not healthy relationship. Thank you, my brother, for enlightening the people. This is so much that they don't understand. Exactly. And this is why I'm doing this particular live, because I'm saying that there's things that you should know, and there's things that you should not know. Lucera Mundo in the house, thank you so much. I'm actually a child of Centella and Doki. But there's a lot of people that are newbies. There's a lot of people that have been practicing a certain tradition when it comes to magic, but they're asking questions about things they're not involved in, and that to me is information you don't need to know unless you are actually trying to go down that path because of some type of reading, or your eguns or your spirits are urging you down there. I feel like unless you are participating and functioning and actually a part of that particular community or pathway, that there's certain questions you shouldn't be asking. They don't involve you, they don't affect you, unless that is something that you're going to be engaging in. It just like having a conversational piece. I don't think magical information is conversational piece, okay? It is like classified information. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Much love to you. I do understand that a lot of people feel like they are trying to learn. But if you are in kindergarten, you shouldn't be asking questions about what's going on in second grade. You're gonna get confused, because every form of knowledge, wisdom, understanding builds upon the next form of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And if you yourself as an individual are not invested in your education, spiritual education, as well as the natural education, thank you so much. Hit down. Thank you. He said tap 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 for the live. That's what messes a lot of people up, because you can have a lot of information, but the information is not, the information you have can be distributed in different practices, and it does you no good. Just trying to see some of the questions. I am excellent with all candle magic. I can make all kinds of oils from herbs and roots. Well, okay, since you say you're good at excellent candle magic, now let me explain candle magic in this very simplest form. The whole thing is a fireworking. So candles either give light or give energy or illumination. So when we're doing candle work, they're created as batteries, right? And so those candles represent the particular prayer or petition that the individual has, or it also could represent the energy or the spirit that it stands in for, and that energy is being released in a particular direction for a particular purpose. Now, depending on how many candles you may be lighting based off of the information. Now, there are some people that can light a lot of candles and no manifestation. I think that a lot of people would stop running after learning spells if they understood manifestation, because you can burn all kind of candles and all different types, a lot of candles, and still not get a desired result. All you're doing is pretty much giving light to a particular area and space wherever you're burning it. I am very big on doing real magic, doing magic with the intent for a result. So having all the herbs, You can have High John, you can have St. Elizabeth, you can have Vanderu, and you still not getting manifestation. You can have all of the powders and still not getting manifestation. You can have, I've seen people that's initiated in these practices and they still are not doing good. Health-wise, they're not doing good. Financially, they're not doing good. Like, I've seen people in all aspects of these practices and they're not successful in what we call everyday life. And so, therefore, if you're not getting manifestation, then what is the purpose? Heidi says that she can light one candle, it's a wrap. Well, I had situations where I can do that, half a candle. And I've had situations that I had to continue to burn candles. Because I don't think that there's a cookie cutter to any situation. Because all situations are, yeah, it works for you. And I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking in general for most people. Because the whole concept about this particular live is giving people information that they wish they have known before they got involved. I speak, wait a minute, I speak Psalms over my candles. Me personally, this is what I believe. Once you understand the Ache, or life and death in the power of your tongue, and how much energy that you generate in your words, and when you speak something over a candle or a gree brag or over water, it just don't matter. The whole thing is at that point that you're understanding the power of your words, the Ache of the air element. And when you understand how much Ache you carry, depending on what you speak, whether and whether it's the Psalms or in any form of incantation, you are energizing that candle or the energy of that particular wax, which your Ache coming from your spoken word. And if you believe the things that you say, that's what makes that particular working come to pass. When you're dealing with magic, there's a science behind all manifestation. Whether it is your belief system, whether it, and your belief system in your words, your belief system in some people that believe that if they lay their hands on their candles, the Ache releases from them into the candle. There's many ways that the candle could be energized from you, as whether looking at that candle through the glaring of the eyes, or whether through the spoken word, or through your hand contact, or it is through the preparation of oils and other fetishes that you have that are already empowered and activated. You know, I work candles from the cemetery. When I was in New Orleans, I had the privilege of being able to go into the cemetery because they actually had a church inside the cemetery. So, you know, as a child of the dead, I was in love, you know, having a church. I got a church, but it ain't in cemetery. But that was like, I was like, oh my God. So I end up leaving I had left some people names up in there, get rid of them. But I was able to do a particular candle work, and I turned that candle into basically an amulet. Sometimes you could, if you understand candle magic, you know that you don't have to light a candle for a candle to become a homing device for spirits. It is, I think that, I hope that people understand that just like you can go to a auto department store, or you can go to a Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace or any place that has tools. Same thing is true when you go dealing with spirituality. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website. Link in the bio. Thank you, baby. Appreciate that. I think that if more people ask, I've been to New Orleans in the graveyard. Hey, miss your face. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to see if I got any other questions. And let me say this. As much as people don't know what they're doing, it's like people sit in classrooms and they know they don't know certain things, but they're embarrassed to ask questions. When somebody is willing to give free information for you to have a better knowledge of how you need to operate in this thing called life, it is to your advantage not to sit quietly and not ask questions because you're worried about what somebody else may perceive about your question. I was always told by teachers, blowing out candles are not good. Correct. Good. Wait a minute. Blowing out candles. No, I do not blow out candles. Blowing out candles is a sign of scattering the energy of that particular candle. I don't blow. I snuff them out. I lick my finger, and cause I'm a Sagittarius, so I love fire. So not to get burned, but I do love fire. Do you visit Marie Laveau gravesite? Not when I was there. It was too crowded. But since I'm a conjurer, I know how to conjure that. Do you do mentorship? I will start doing mentorship this year. I do have my Patreon. I do have a lot of information on the website. Or you can get into, I'm a pastor, so I do a lot of donations instead of the word charge, because I'm a church. So it is, you can always file it on your taxes when you do work with me. But my graveyard work is $1,000 donations. But a lot of my stuff, some of the stuff is not on my website, because I only work with people that I've been working a long time. I just don't randomly do graveyard work for people, because if you don't understand magic and you don't even understand your ancestors working with the dead, you're not gonna have any more understanding. Apostle, thank you, and it's good to see you. Well, thank you, Capital City Queen. All right, dog. I like that. What's up, Goddess? You're new? Well, lucky you. I don't use, when people use matches, they have to remember they're utilizing sulfur. Every catalyst to start a fire, you need to know the ingredients in that, depending on what you're trying to do. And a lot of us don't understand sulfur and how powerful sulfur is and its representation. Fire element also, that is representation of Saturn. And so a lot of times working with sulfur can banish your prosperity or your success when you're working with lighters. I mean, working with matches. As a conjurer and as a spiritualist, we all should know about ingredients and why that is important. And when you are a female, you got to remember that you're magnetic. Your energy flows very different when you're doing conjure. And when you are male, I don't care if you're gay, straight, or bi, you have a certain flow of how your energy moves. And so therefore you have to, in order to do real magic, in my perspective, you have to flow with your energy. You don't want to flow against your energy. It's like somebody that's in cosmetology. They will tell you that you do not cut your hair against the grain or against how it grows. You cut with the growth of your hair, not against the growth of your hair. I feel like a lot of people don't ask certain questions because they don't know, and then when they get the opportunity to ask questions, they are too embarrassed or too shy for whatever reason. I don't understand. But how you work with Saint Clara before? Saint Clara is about a form of enlightenment, because those that practice Catholicism, because I work with saints as well, but no different why we would use an Egun or why we would use a Moretto, depending on what that particular saint offers. That's why, but most of the time it's about revealing, some type of illumination with Saint Clara. I feel like that a lot of people like dancing in the dark when it comes to magic. They feel like their ignorance is their protection, and it's not. You're stumbling unnecessarily in the dark because you don't want to invest in your education. And there's too many people out here saying that they are masters and pros, and they're not. They're amateurs. They just know more than the other ignorant people. But them themselves, they're not masters of the craft. But I mean, that's to them. To each their own. It's very dangerous to claim to have certain masteries, and then once you are challenged, and that's why a lot of times when you don't know what you don't know until you know. And that's why a lot of people can't teach folks, because they don't know that much themselves. And you can always teach people that don't know. Yeah, I have classes. I have beginners class, I have intermediate classes, I have advanced classes. Most people that practice the ATRs, most of those people don't even know what's in my beginners class. And most of them fizzle out with my intermediate class. I do real conjure. I do real magic. What are death? I don't think you said that right. Are you talking about death spells or because in Ocha and Santeria and Lukumi, we have a Apollo stick called Diablos. So that's why I was asking. Hold on, Queen. I don't know if I got you as a moderator. Let me see if I can. If you're gonna come in here and show me that kind of love, you can moderate for me. Thank you. I have worked with her before and I love working with her. And that's another thing, and I'm glad you said that. It's because it goes back to what I said earlier. No, I don't know that terminology. One thing about me, if I don't know something or had not heard something, I won't, because I don't know everything, but I have been exposed to a lot. Oh, like a birth coach? Okay. It's like a midwife, basically. Yeah, I do, I think, wait a minute, I want to invest, but I want to stay free from getting into any ATR. You can, like with me, I'm gonna tell you what I tell people. You don't even have to like me to be a part of my church. Like, I understand that everybody does not have to like. I think that I have people in my church that will never practice voodoo, but I utilize my voodoo to help them. I don't think that you have to be in something to benefit from it. I think that's ignorant. If you want to be a blessing to an energy, a frequency, a vibration, then do that. But you don't have to show honor and respect. You know, it's like saying that I can't say good morning or yes ma'am or no ma'am because you're not my biological relative. You can participate in anything with a certain amount of respect. And all you have to do is make sure that that individual, him or her, is actually a connected to that energy. Once you find out that they are real, in the concept of being real, really connected, not being real as a human, because everybody real, but being really connected to that entity or those spirits, then all it is energy exchange after that. Very well put, very well spoken. You're quite welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Queen. And you might as well, since you said that, I might as well bring you in here as well as a moderator. I try what I believe. If you are truly a master of your craft, whatever that may be, in the ATRs, then you should be able to simplify for the basic person. They don't have to be a part of your practice for you to explain. You don't have to own my house in order for me to guide you through my house. I want to tighten up on my magic. Now, let me say this. If you really trying to tighten up on your magic, this is how you have to look at spiritual people. Now, I'm very militant. You know, sometimes people cannot deal with me because I'm very aggressive, okay? And I practice very heavy magic. So let me say it like this. When you want to tighten up on your magic, you have to look at your magic, your spiritual leaders as natural spiritual trainers. And they're not there to make it easy for you. They're there to help you get to a desired goal or outcome. It is too many people that say that they want to learn magic or get into magic, and they don't want to be taught, they don't want to be challenged, and that is not smart. Yes, I'm a chaos being myself. But a lot of people that talk about chaos energy don't really understand chaos energy. Chaos energy is dealing with melanin energy, dealing with carbon energy, which is that which is of the universe. And that energy is very powerful, it's very quick, and it's very dark. And not dark as in evil, but it is the understanding that it is the energy, or it is the consciousness of the universe. And if somebody is truly operating from their chaos energy, which would be their subconscious aspect of themselves, some people call it the divine spark that lives on inside of everyone, especially melanated people of our source, that we are. This is why the Bible always describes the true chosen people as trees planted by the rivers of water, because we that are truly melanated, we draw our energy and power from the sun. Apostle, have you ever had a run-in with some called Israelites before? Yeah, I get and run into with a lot of different people, and they end up needing spiritual insurance because they don't want to they get in an accident. I think that a lot of people that claim their chaos are not really fully tapped into their chaos energy, because chaos energy is very potent, and it moves very quickly, and it is basically the generator of the universe. Everything builds on chaos energy. Certain people that lack a lot of melanin have a hard time dealing with a lot of chaos energy. The closest aspect to chaos energy is, my humble opinion, is Moldavite. After meditating lately, I've been noticing a lot of mourning dove and white dove and any enlightenment. Doves, which is representation of peace, would be more like would be a representation of Obatala. Doves also represent, a lot of people use doves in the cemetery, but what it is, giving peace to the ancestors as they cross over. That concept, the Bible said being harmless as a dove doesn't mean powerless, because that the spirit ascended on Yahshua as a dove, and with that spirit worked all signs, wonders, and miracles. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge, but that it was feminine energy that was sitting upon his shoulder, because that is the glory of God. Feminine energy is the glory of God. That is the divine creator. And that's another thing when it comes to chaos energy. That is a feminine energy. Thank you for explaining that. How do you feel about the nine ether, wait a minute. Ooh, got away from me. My whole family are Masons, and they call evil because they tried to convert me, and I declined. I'm gonna say this. Evil is about perception. And let me explain it to you like this. When somebody says something is evil, it is because they feel like they have been harmed. So if you pray to whoever you pray to or work with, and they bless you with the job, they bless you with the house, you're gonna call that a blessing. Hello, I'm a Sagittarius. I saw that handsome in there. You only call it a blessing because you got what you wanted. The person that did not get the position, gonna call that evil. They're gonna call that bad. And I feel that depending on your stance or your position in any given situation, that you will throw around the word good or bad or evil. Magic is neither good or bad, good or evil. It's not. Dark spirits do good work just like light spirits do, and you can do you can do what we call evil work with light spirits. What's up, Taurus Moon? I see you. Blessings. What's up, Unveiling Ann? I just saw you. Let me make you a moderator too. There we go. Unveiling, I got you covered. That's my Pisces. Is there a specific name or a particular daemon? Oh, I love that you said daemon. You actually used the correct term. Who causes car accidents or car trouble? Now, because of me being a responsible spiritualist, I learned around 13 years old how to flip cars. I learned that through my spiritual dad that was teaching me conjure. And he was notorious for causing car accidents, especially if it was a courtroom situation. People not making it to the court on time, and just, you know. And so there's a particular spirit that I grew up working with. I've had a lot of because once you start working and those spirits are in relationship with you, those energies are on you, and I've literally got upset and caused car accidents. So I've flipped cars intentionally and unintentionally. But I'm not gonna use because depending on the type of especially if you're dealing with voodoo, Bosu, there's other entities that have that capability. Crossroads spirits have that capability. I just don't want to mention name because we have a lot of babes out here. And when I say babe, I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about people that are young in the craft. They don't have the responsibility and they don't understand universal laws. It looks good. Wait a minute. It looks could kill as a person. It would be me. So you have what we would call the evil eye, the power of the evil eye. Some people can do that. It's also in the Bible when Elijah stared at the children. Here we go again. No, we're not going again, sir. For some unknown reason, Mac Man, I want to say this to you, sir. Unless you got some kind of stocks investment in TikTok, you're the man. Great communicator. You're quite welcome. Thank you. But we have this gentleman right here that comes into my live and likes to pay attention to how everybody else is conversing with me, and then pass useless opinions. And the only reason I haven't blocked you, sir, because my hope is that melanated men will grow up and be mature and be more respectful and understand the value of having brothers that out here that actually know what they're talking about and exhibit what they're doing. Being a melanated man in the United States, the fact that we have had 500 years of slavery, and so we don't have the privilege and we don't have the leisure to be out here clowning and doing tomfoolery, because the depiction of black men in America is already down. So the last thing we need to do is contribute to that idea, that energy, give more energy to those ideas. Hey, how you doing? I document all of my synchronicities, and now I show people and wow them. I meet myself, a lot of my manifestations are, somebody said I muted him. Thank you. A lot of the things that I do actually come from my clients, because me, I kind of go along with the premise, what the Bible says. You know, I don't testify of myself. You know, I get out here and I share knowledge, we understand, but the people that can actually testify about me are the people that actually receive my services. They always be troll. I don't have the problem with him being a troll. I have a problem with that he doesn't have an end game to his conversation. I feel like if somebody is legitimately, his graveyard work is amazing. Yes, I am very gifted in the cemetery, to say the very least. But when somebody doesn't have because I don't mind being questioned, I don't mind people growing and developing and all this other stuff. I just have a problem when you just trying to antagonize instead of actually trying to promote the conversation to evolve, to learn. Change my mindset on everything. Yeah. Actually, I have people that don't practice voodoo, but they love how I practice voodoo, and they say that if it wasn't for how they seen me practice voodoo, they wouldn't have anything to do with voodoo. Because a lot of people go by things that they've seen on television, and and let me say this. This is what you need to know too. Just because somebody demonizes something doesn't make it demonic. It was a vested interest in colonialism to demonize any ATR, any African tradition, any type of African science, to make it silly, to make it seem dumb or irrelevant or powerless or demonic in any form or fashion. And so therefore, a lot of times when you get into the ATR, you already have a negative connotation when it comes to the ATR, and that actually hinders the flow of power and energy and relationship that you're going to have with these spirits. Because it's like being in a natural relationship. If you think that your person that you're trying to date is no good and that it's evil, but then you see some type of benefit in being with them, it's not going to be a good, healthy relationship. Yeah, and when people jump on the bandwagon, it's because they're not looking for the truth. Because anybody that is serious about anything, I don't care if it's spiritual or natural, if you're serious about anything, you're going to educate yourself. You're not going to go based on hearsay and he say, she say stuff. And when people are prone to that type of mindset, then they themselves, they limit their own access to spirituality and energy just based off of that level of ignorance. Our only reason I asked about Damon Carson is because I have that gift since. Oh, and that's good. Television insight instills fear to control the relationship. Television did damage, but the place that was done the most damage to the psyche of African tradition came from the American black church. There has been no greater assault on African tradition other than the black church and from black preachers of myself. Black female preachers and black male preachers, we have done the most damage to the psyche of our own images and likeness. And that's just the truth. I was educated and I was in high school and I like to educate myself. I missed something. It's educated. Let me tell y'all something. People that don't really know how to manifest will hide behind the fear of hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumi. Oh, my ancestors, baby, you ain't got to threaten nobody with your spirituality. Your spirituality would take care. It will speak loud. It really will. I think I have so many things popping up, but not sure what to do with my gifts. You got to be a little more specific, because remember, our spirits are subject to us, and that's including our gifts. I think that when you don't have an agenda, salutations. What's up there, Jeremy? I'm gonna put you down as a moderator as well. They can't say I ain't got no moderators now. If they would have never said, I wouldn't even look to see if I could put moderators. A lot of these people follow me a very long time, so they kind of know how I do things. But if you are trying to develop your gift and you're trying to do it outside of a trainer, you take the risk of hurting yourself. Just like when you're trying to work out and you don't really understand your muscles, and you don't understand the body, and you don't understand how to make sure that you are healthy enough to get to that design. When I say healthy, that your muscles are not strained and you're not trying to actually damage your body. Because when you don't know what you don't know when you're in danger zone, when you don't put your body in danger zone. So when there's certain things that you're never gonna know outside of a trainer. And I'm not big on self-taught. I'm big on educating yourself, but when it comes down to the actual practice, I'm not big on being self-taught, because you can't ask yourself questions you don't know to ask. You can't deviate from something when you don't know to deviate from it. That's the purpose of having elders and people that have already gone down certain roads or already tested certain things. I'm not out here sharing information that I have not tested or proven in. So that's what my purpose of saying that. I think that people that don't understand. Thank you for the likes. How can I find you on YouTube? My government name, Apostle Samuel Jr. Or you can go to in my bio and just click, and it'll take you right to my YouTube channel. Can living people take bones out of graveyards and torment that soul? Okay. First of all, when you go fooling with people's bones that carry the arche of that bone, you have to understand who bone you're dealing with. This is why experienced people know that if I am going to torment somebody, now I'm a Polaro and Palo, so Cynthia and Doki, she's a tormentor herself. So I don't have to go to somebody's grave to torment my enemies, my rivals, my adversaries. I have those spirits with me. I'm also a very dark priest. But just for the question's sake, you need to understand who you're going to get to do that torment. This is why we hear the terminology in tranquil spirit. What you need to understand, that spirit has no allegiance to you. I want you to hear me. When you are doing those type of workings, and you're doing those workings with spirits that have no allegiance to you, that you're just going to a cemetery because you heard that they were a bad person, they did bad things, they got killed or they got murdered, and you're that spirit. If you do contact that spirit, if you do get that bone and you venerate that bone where it is now alive, I need you to understand that that spirit, that entity, has no allegiance to you. And just like they will hurt or torment that individual, they will also do that unto you, because they have no allegiance to you. This is why you should not be doing these type of workings if this is not a part of the workings that you were born to do. I've been given power to bring judgment and destruction if need be. I just operate within the confinements of universal laws. Synchronicity, dreams, and prediction, etc. Those are very synchronicity has a lot to do with understanding timing, vibration, being in alignment with whatever particular energy. Dreams have to do with visions and interpretation. Prediction has to do with foretelling, and those can be affected based off of the behavior of the individual, whether it's positive or negative, whether they're obedient or not. So you said burning cinnamon all day is not good. No. Cinnamon needs to be burned with intention because it's a catalyst. What I mean by a catalyst, we put cinnamon in things to give it fire, to give it power, give it energy. And if you're just utilizing cinnamon itself without intention, it's like driving down the road. Say for instance, cinnamon is like driving down the road and you got 140 on the dash. Like you just going down the road wide open. You don't really have no intention. You don't know. Like you can't just put catalyst energy in something without being guided, because it'll fizzle out really quick and things can happen. Somebody peeing a comment. Now, I want y'all to also know that Apostle Ely, he himself is not techno savvy like that. I'm still learning. Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, used to do all of my social media stuff like that. I just got on and did my work. Trying to think, so. Okay, I think I got everybody's. Is there any other question? Like I said, I'm trying to give you guys stuff like that. I feel like speak on the power of coffee. Coffee is more like a stimuli. When you want to stimulate, awaken. That's why the ancestors like it. It also represents the earth because it's brown. When you want to stimulate or keep a work stimulated, the purpose of most of us, like if you work the graveyard shift, you drink coffee to stay stimulated overnight. It'll keep a work alive over a long period of time. Like money work, when we put coffee in workings, that should be the intention, to keep that Gregory bag awakened, and keep that particular conjure awake. I do it in a lot of my ancestor work. Speak on blockages and how to remove hindrance. Now, that is an open question, has a lot. So let me explain it to you like this. Depending on what you're trying, it speeds up work, but you can also overstimulate your working. This is why proportion. That's why I call it all a science. But I'm going to speak on, she asked me to speak on blockages. First of all, I want you to think about blockages in the term of veins. And if you have a blockages in your vein. Okay? When people don't understand the difference between road opening and blockbuster, is when you understand that you're not trying to damage the path. What you're trying to do is remove the buildup that hindered the flow. And so when you, as a professional spiritualist, I gotta stand up because this is hurting my ass. Actually, let me go sit over here. If you are, as a professional spiritualist, no matter what your practice is, you want to break up that blockage but not damage the pathway. And so that takes skill. You don't just want to go and throw dynamite just because you want to remove a blockage and blow up the whole purpose of your prosperity, blow up your healing, your blood. Like some people don't, they just think like doing blockbuster work, you don't have to think. Magic is a science. You have to think. You have to have strategy. You have to have purpose. You can't just be out here just like, oh, I'm gonna burn some reversal. I'm gonna just like it. People speak so general and not understanding. Like, okay, is you trying to destroy your job or are you trying to get a raise? Are you trying to destroy your body or are you trying to get healed? Like, it need to make sense. And so there needs to be a spiritual strategy to go about removing blockages, and depending on what was utilized to block that pathway, because we do work in these ATRs to block people's pathways. And so, what's up, Duchess? Let me bring you in here as a moderator. But it just, I think that too many people just say things generally, and then y'all take it that there's no thought process behind those. Hey, sweetheart, Duchess. There's no thought process. It wouldn't be called spiritual work if it was just something you could just do on the fly. And a lot of people hurt themselves because they be trying to do stuff on their own, and you don't know enough to be doing stuff on your own. Like, I'm 51 years old, but I've been trained since I was a child. I'm not out here solo dolo. A lot of the spell work I done was been tested and tested and tried and tested and tried and tested. A lot of y'all read stuff out of books and you don't even know if that stuff worked. Half of the stuff you out here doing, you don't even know what type of who gave you that recipe and where that recipe come from. You know that sunshine. Wait a minute. You know that sunshine. You know that sunshine. Is in making us. Oh yeah, I'm in Florida. Yes. The actual things you must learn aren't in books. Exactly. And nobody, and let me tell y'all, maybe this is something you need to know. None of us can share initiate secrets in books openly. We can't do that. So I don't care if you read books on voodoo, Palo, none of those, if they are truly initiate priests and they are of the practice, they're not going to put that in those books. Even if you're a great hoodoo worker, there's only so much. You're going to put basic stuff in there. And if you put basic stuff in there, you're going to leave things out. That's just, if you want me to keep it 1,000, I keep it 1,000,000 with it. Why would we do that? A lot of the stuff I learned, my spiritual dad told me, ain't in no books. Ain't you learn up on the people that practice magic, it ain't in no books. We only put stuff in the books that give you a general idea. And only people that can utilize books are people that actually practice, because they know what to accept and what not to accept. That's right, unfortunately, that's the way that the cookie crumbles. Those are facts. Yeah, I don't have, listen, y'all, I don't have no reason to lie. And I'm just, a lot of people don't understand, why would we put those recipes, true recipes, in books for somebody to get a hold of them? We're not going to do that. Even when I'm saying certain prayers in church openly, there's certain things they don't even hear me say that I say up under my breath. And that's with the mic on. I have a couple of Nkisi figures, real ones with herbs inside, etc. Can I make offerings to them? If those Nkisi are prepared by a Tata Nkisi, then yes. I don't. Let me say this like this. Majority of all of the practice has, whatever tools you have has to come from a priest. If those are those even my rishas, they come, my veve comes from my priest. None of the stuff that I created on my own. As long as you're not creating those things on your own, they come from priests, you can utilize that. I'm in Atlanta, freezing. And AEI is good summer clothes. Yeah, well, you need some of that good old fire of loving. That'll keep you warm through a winter storm. Body heat is a good heat. That's what the books are for. Yeah, I think that when it comes down to spiritual journeys and all of this, I think that too many people are out here trying to learn magic without a guide. And a lot of times, even on social media, you got to think about this. It's like being at a restaurant that you don't know what's on the menu, and you don't understand the type of food that you're about to partake in. And so how can you look on social media if you don't know what you're looking for? That's why we use the word resonate. I always tell people I'm here to resonate with those that are looking for what I'm looking for. The people that know magic, when they hear me, when they see me, they know that's when they gravitate to, because they know what they're looking for. When you out there in life just fishing, what's up, Conjure? Novelist. If you're just out here just randomly fishing in this big thing called life, you might get anything. and then what you're Lafia, then you're gonna blame that particular spiritualist or person when the truth is you don't even know what you're looking for. You haven't did your first work. You just say you need spiritual help. Well, there's all kind of spiritual help out here, just like there's all type of fish. See, all fish don't look alike. A jellyfish is still a fish, just because it don't look like a shark, just because a sea snake don't look like that. It's hard. Wait a minute. It's hard a teacher. Wait a minute. I don't know if you're saying it's hard to find a teacher, or is it hard to be a teacher? Either way, it's the truth. I'm gonna say this. I don't think it's hard to find a teacher as it is hard to find students that actually want to learn. I think that it's like if you ever went to college or went to try to further your education, you realize how committed you have to be. And a lot of people are not committed to the craft. They're trying to find microwave ways of doing magic. And I'm just being honest with you, because any real teacher is not going to allow you to waste their time, and it costs money and resources. And a lot of people, just like when it comes to people tell you all day long they want to be a doctor until they see what it costs to be a doctor, and then just because you buy all the material, let me say it like this: if somebody paid all of the finances that you needed to become a doctor, the amount of time you got to spend in your class and all that, it's just as committed. So imagine not only you got to pay your way, and then you got to be committed. Well, finding a teacher that's gonna take you serious, because most people I don't even take serious. Most people that come in and trying to want me to be a mentor to them, I want to be all that, and they don't even realize the amount of money and time that it's gonna take for them to learn. I can't take you serious because you coming in and think you doing something because you gave $1,000 or you gave $500, you gave $2,000. Like, that ain't no money. You know, that's like somebody going around saying that they're trying to be a doctor, saying they spent $4,000. People gonna look at them crazy because they know it costs way more than that to become a doctor. But if you tripping over $4,000, this ain't for you. I'm just being honest. It is spirituality, certain ma'am. If you have not practiced, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you do just because you're going through something. It's not something you do because you mad at somebody. It's not something you do because you need to get out of something. It is something you do every single day. Just like you breathe in and breathe out every single day. That's what real magic is. And I don't care if you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Ajay. I am so not, that is irrelevant. When you're not dedicated to your particular craft, then you cannot really represent it or bring glory or honor. You're limited. You don't want to spend the money to get your tools. You don't want to spend money to like, I have to travel like maybe 2 hours and 35 minutes to get to my padrino. Some of you ain't dedicated like that because of the type of man that he is and how he actually practices Ocha. That's why I do what I do. See, I'm willing, even like I have whole tendencies, right? So if I wanna enjoy my sexual prowess, I don't have a problem traveling. So some of y'all accept certain things because you too lazy or you too broke to travel. You know, it depends on what it means to you. It's like there's certain type of clothing that I like. Some of my clothing that I have comes out of from Europe. Like, some of my clothing come out of Miami. I live in Port St. Lucie. I travel to get the type of clothing or type of tools that I desire. So, like I said, it's an individual thing because everybody ain't that committed. And so, therefore, if I'm your teacher and I'm dedicated, I'm the type of person, you ask me to go a mile, I go 2 miles, then I'm going to expect you as my student to be that way. Whole tendencies. Yes, I have whole tendencies. Like spider sense. You don't know how many times my whole tendencies have saved me. Unpleased me, defended me. My whole tendency has even defended me. Yes. Somebody got a question over there. Oh, they go. You always ride with me. Let me definitely make you a moderator. Yeah, I just like everyday life. What if you're a young person and you really don't have the extra funds to do things? Now, remember this: if this is your concern about economics, finances. If it is meant for you, the first Ache that you need to understand is your own Ache. Whether it's a fire element, whether it's an earth element, an air element, or what else? Water element. Then you need to understand simplicity of magic is energy. And the more you understand about your own Ache, your own Chi, your own Prana, this is the thing that you have to always remember when it comes down to your spiritual practice. If it is meant for you, your ancestors will provide and make ways for the money. The money is never an issue. What the problem is that people are trying to overstep their ancestors and their destiny and their purpose, trying to get to a particular practice, a particular position, a particular because it's all really most black people. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. Most black people want to be seen. Most black people want to be seen. They want to be acknowledged to be something or whatever. Because anybody that really practices real magic, real spirituality, they know it's responsibility. So I'm not out here, even though I am crowned, I'm not out here trying to run up grab no godchildren. I ain't even trying to grab up members like that, because I know there's responsibility behind being a mentor or being an influence. Even just getting on social media, it's a responsibility. So the average person that's grabbing up all these people, how you gonna tend to all this? That's why I say I got hoe tendency. Because even a good hoe knows he or she can only hoe up so many people. If you're gonna be a proficient hoe and a hoe of satisfaction, then you got to be able to satisfy people, so you can only do so much. That's why some men and women ain't got no business cheating, because you can't even fulfill your obligation with one person, no less than trying to go out and spread what you already ain't supplying with somebody else. You already coming in there 49%, and now you're gonna spread that 49% because you cheating. You're not a good hoe. They should get you for malpractice, sexual malpractice. You already wasn't bringing home the hammer home. Now you out there trying to get a little hammer and a little tool you got, trying to get that away. She already got to talk herself into ecstasy, and then you got the nerve to be cheating. That is sexual malpractice. Praise God. You always got to get, I'm in the church, so you always got to get churchy. No matter what you say, you get churchy. Say, right, Lord, have mercy. Instead of you getting upset with the other woman or man or whoever they cheat with, you should be sitting there looking at them. You got the nerve to be out here distributing funds that you ain't got. Huh? Out here proclaiming interests you ain't never had. Instead of you calling me trying to break up my home, you should be asking yourself a question. What is you really fighting for? Say the goat. Chad. These people are like, I'm grown for real. I'm grown for real. Yes, sir, I pray. You don't get to. Let me tell you something. I tell women, I told one young lady, because people don't listen to me when I be talking, because I don't tell people what to do. But I told her, I said, treat him like a rental car. She was like, what? I said, like a rental car. Use him for whatever purpose you done, and then turn that car back in. Everybody you shouldn't be purchasing. No. That's a rental car. That's community property. Anybody can ride that car. Anybody can ride that car, dog that car out, and it's up on a company. It's community property. Everybody get to have fun with that car. But some of y'all go out there and get community property, and you try to buy that used car, and now you want to complain about all the miles and how we done have fun in the front seat and the back seat. You don't get mad for what you done purchased, baby. They didn't lie to you. They have to reveal the mileage of that vehicle. Yes, sir. You got all kind of mixed matches of DNA in that vehicle. And you don't get mad about that. You be grown about what you choose to be in relationship with. But if more people would understand the concept of rent a car, there would be less hurt men and women out there, gay, straight, or bi. Best way to venerate my ancestors, how How can I give a sacrifice? Sacrifice of what? Sacrifice of animals, sacrifice of praise, sacrifice of fruit. Like, sacrifice is a very general term. Giving ancestors, your particular ancestors, what they like in life is the offering that you give them. And do not put salt. Do not put salt on your foods if you're cooking for your ancestors. Salt drains the energy. Do not put salt. Do not use salt for your eguns. It's going to drain your spirits. Why pay nuclear prices for you? Let me tell you something. It's some used cars out here that, because I bought a certified BMW, a used certified, and it went through all the inspections. Some of these new cars are nothing but lemons. Don't let nobody fool you because they ain't got a lot of miles. Then you get in there, they can't handle business. I like some with a couple miles on it. I need you to know that you done went around the block. I don't want to know about it, but I need to know that you done been around the block. I don't need you out here practicing on this, because this is adult equipment over here. It's only for the experience. That's right, Christine, the book and the movie. I know that's right. I don't want you fumbling over here on my tools. I need you to know what you're doing. I don't need you accidentally fumbling on nothing. That's why I say my lives are for grown people. That's some of you guys out here being in these same-sex relationships, and these people are stumbling in the dark. And you just wasting time, energy, and money. Cause and a part of that, I think that, like, if you are a bi man or bi girl, or a gay man or gay girl, especially melanated people, I want to give this. You have to really go to your ancestors, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you should not have anybody doing spiritual work with you or for you that has a problem with your preferences, because energy follows thought. You should not go to a spiritual practitioner if they have a problem with your ethnic background, because energy follows thought. A lot of times we are being in relationship with people that they have certain dislikes about what you do in your private chamber. And there are spirits out there that will work for you, fight for you, provide for you, make work signs, wonders, and miracles for you, without you dealing with spirits that themselves that have a problem with your particular desires for intimacy. I'm trying to find different words, because on YouTube I can say however I want to say, but this is something you need to know, that there are entities out there that will embrace you, protect you, but it is something that you have to pray to your ancestors to guide you, because nobody comes onto this earth without something. Everybody got something, and those spirits have a vested interest in you succeeding. Top left poll for those interested. I don't know what that is. Let me see if there's any other questions so I can get off of here. But I hope that this helped you. If you're not following me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube. I have Patreon. I have a lot of different platforms, but I talk very those on here that know me, I talk very different on my YouTube channel, because I don't have the guideline situations to deal with. So I don't see any other questions. So I hope this helped a lot. See, I'm following you on YouTube. Okay, I got you, baby. Don't just follow me on YouTube. Follow me into glory. It'll be good, I promise you. I ain't never dissatisfied no woman. I done made them mad, but this dissatisfaction is not what I do. Sometimes they call me Sir Lickum. How do I deal with jealous family members? Lemon, actually you can use lemon to cut that energy. I have stop gossip energy, but let me say this, I'm gonna say this because some people tell you always be particular about family members because you share same ancestors, but cleansing is very important, and distance. Just because we're family doesn't mean that we relate. I love a lot of my family members at a distance. I'm not negative about them. Chief Apostle, how many need ABCs? Wow, somebody just said. Family, we feel like we have to live and die by family, and that's not true. Because sometimes being in family, you have to learn to create. Because in my lives, we create what we call our tribe. And so a lot of times you have family outside of family that are better to you than the actual biological family. A lot of times family, especially black family, the only time they want to be family when they want something. You know, they very big on blood is thicker than water when they need something, or they down and out, or they're going through. But a lot of times we learn bad behavior in relationship from family. And so therefore that's why we have bad relationships. So when it comes down to real spirituality, a lot of these ATRs are about evolution and development, personal evolution and development. Only thing that I want to tell to many of you guys that are still watching, that I feel like is deceptive from the ATR community. None of the ATRs were created for the masses. The church is the only institution up on the Sagittarius that was created to deal with the masses. And what happens a lot of times, you're so busy trying to practice the ATR that you get into some of these practices, and you find out that they are only going to teach you so much, and then you find yourself by yourself. And if you're not good at being a loner, that's why most of the people that practice ATRs are still in church. That's why most Haitian people practice Catholicism in the Catholic Church. Because the church is the only institution out of Sagittarius that deals with the masses of people. All these other ATRs are individual evolutions of your practice, individual trainers. And so if you want, you have to find your tribe, the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Ephraim. The whole concept is true. The covens, the Elays, all of that is the same concept. There's certain paths in Oshun. There's other people that are in Oshun. There is still your individuality in the age of Aquarius is important, but not to get. Don't forget, we are part of the consciousness. So I need a spiritual bath and leave the member alone. What you need to do first of all is understand. I'm just keep it lemon. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I'm gonna go past 100. A lot of times you got to know why that person bothered you. What you got to break it down, because hurting you is not explaining what they did. Okay, where is the dysfunction in yourself and with this individual? And I found out, the trigger. What is it about this individual why you have a breakdown of unhealthy relationship with them? Because leaving them alone and not understanding why you have what's going on, all you're gonna do is reciprocate that behavior with somebody else. And you ain't wonder, what's up there, Kingmaker? Let me get her. Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? Let me put her on here as a moderator too. Ain't nothing wrong with having a smart, beautiful woman to help regulate and regulate. Okay, but when it comes down to family, you got to figure out what it is about them. Because I used to have issues with some of my cousins, and it was really because of how my mom handled me. Sometimes you have issues in family because the people that are elders in the family, or people that have influence in the family, have certain issues with you, and they project that on other people, and people treat you badly because of the ideas or the opinions of other folk. So you got to do your investigation. Because you don't want to just say, well, I don't want to fool with them, do my cleansing, and then keep running into the same behavior. Because I've realized at some point that they were behaving that way because of how she was handling me. And as my mother, I didn't feel that I could do or say certain things. But I reminded them, they ain't my mama and my daddy. What I won't say and do to my mama, you on the other hand, cousin, you can get your ass handed to you. So, you know, that's how I dealt with things, because I had to understand that some of the bad treatment, they are jealous of every relationship I have and cause me problems. Okay, now let me say this to you. Your relationship is between you and the individual. When you set up boundaries, that is supposed to be between you and your partner. And if you are allowing, or if your partner is allowing the influence of outside, that y'all don't have a relationship. Because your relationship and your communication is between the two of you. Okay? Now listen. I can't say what, if y'all was on my live on YouTube, y'all know what I think about when people get in my business. If you ain't in my bed, you ain't got no business in my business. And sometimes I don't be doing my business in my bed, I be doing it on the floor. So, or sometimes in the car, or sometimes on the side of the road, depends on my moveset. But that's besides the point. But if you ain't in those areas with me, you ain't got no business in my business. And when somebody is willingly allowing other people to be in your relationship, if you're not doing it, that means your partner is doing it. So you need to have a conversation with your partner about, are you trying to have a relationship with me, or are you trying to have a relationship with my family? I'm just being real with you. You understand? All right, don't be throwing out them roses. You know I be excited. I like that roses. Okay, I'm just being Sagittarius now. Okay, I can get to the extreme of things. So I'm just trying to give you some understanding, because some of your problems may not be coming from just your family. It could be coming from your mate. He's nice to her, but she doesn't like him. Well, baby, he don't have to be nice to her. He has to be nice to her if he's trying to get her, get into her cakes. You need to set boundaries with your family, with your man. No, you don't. My mama say you don't. My mom used to tell her, you don't let nobody talk about who you lay down with, and that's including her. Cause I don't know why she's having dialogue. Like, you shouldn't be coming around with your man if you know how your family is. A lot of us, and I'm just say this, baby, I ain't trying to be funny, but a lot of us black people like to lie about who our family is. I don't lie about who my family is. We know why we don't invite them to the wedding. We know why we don't invite them to the cookout. We know why we don't invite them to the party at our office, because we don't even want nobody to know that we family. Like, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of that, you're not standing up for yourself, and that's not your partner, because what you don't want to do is allow your partner to straighten your family, because your partner don't have the vested interest. It is always better for you who's in the family to stop family. Because what I say to my cousin, I might not like it if you say it to my cousin. So therefore, as a responsible individual and a responsible adult, I'm going to straighten family. Y'all understand that? All right, there now. I just need y'all to get that, because a lot of times y'all think that it's having boundaries, but no, boundaries have to be enforced. We got laws, and then there's enforcement of the law, and there's penalties for breaking those laws. And when you don't want the whole family accountable for breaking those laws, baby, that's not a relationship thing with your mate. That's something with you. They know you break boundaries over here. I ain't coming around, and you ain't gonna see me for quite some time. There's penalties. I can't stop you from behaving badly, but I can stop you from behaving badly with me. No, baby, you said that wrong again. I can see where your problems are coming from. You don't try anything. You a grown person. Say what you mean and mean what you say, and stand by that. When you are allowing your family to get into the ear of your mate, because that's how a lot of y'all end up, your mate end up talking about try. No, it ain't no try. If you had a credit card right now, you can't try to pay your bills. Because if you don't pay your bill, then there's consequences for you not paying your bill. You don't tell them, oh, well, I'm going to try to make a payment, or I'm going to try to do. No. These are the stipulations in order to have a healthy relationship. And you got to know enough about yourself, what's essential for you. Because you're using the wrong terminology, and I see where the problem coming in. And I don't think it got nothing to do with your family, and I don't think it has nothing to do with your mate. I think it has to do with how you operate and you function in your family. My family knows to call, and just because you call, that still don't mean you come. My auntie said, my nickname, she's Pee Wee. Why you got your house way out here? You know why I got my house way out here in the boonies. Because when you come out to my house, you was not in the neighborhood. You were looking for me. Because I know how my family is. My mom was not invited to my wedding or my sister's wedding. My mom was trying to, no, because my mom Virgo, she always trying to throw some slick comments. And she was like, I wasn't at your wedding, and I wasn't, and she told my sister, I wasn't at your wedding. And my sister said, you still ain't learned. You ain't learned yet. Bad behavior will keep you from the cookout. Because at a certain age, ain't nobody got time to be doing monitoring your behavior and seeing whether you gonna cause a conniption in any event. That ain't my job. My job to have a good time at this party, not to regulate you and your behavior with other people, places, and things. No. We too grown for that. You don't know how to behave, you don't show up. You're not invited. And I'm the type of person, I'm gonna tell you, you know why you weren't invited. What do you mean? Why you ain't come? You know why you ain't come. If you don't behave, you will not be sitting up in my space. Care who you is. And I still love you. Just like I love you from jailhouse. When you break the law, you can be in jailhouse and I still love you. Same thing. Lemon Yellow Lily, you have to be nicey. You heard I said nicey? Knowing how to be nice when it needs to be nice and nasty when you need to be nasty. Because sometimes that's the only language people understand. And you have to speak their language. And you have to, and it has to start within yourself. It can't start with other people. You can't do certain things that are good for you because of other people. You have to do what's good for you because of you. That's the only way you're going to maintain certain boundaries and certain standards about yourself. Whether people like what I do or not, I'm still keep my standard. Only reason I ain't really talking the way I normally talk is because I don't own TikTok. So they got rules and guidelines. And in order for me to navigate, I got to be some of me in this space. Is your mother a practitioner or spiritualist? Yep. She don't want nobody to know though. If so, did she assist in your growth? Absolutely. I have strong magic on both sides of my family. To be very honest with you. I'm not a normal setup. And I was taught by real professionals. Because I come from money. Real money. Not what a lot of y'all call money. Yeah, nicety. That's the word. Nicety is the word. If we could text that, we text that so Lemon will get that. Nicety is the word. And that's Libras know how to give the energy you giving. You need to learn something from a Libra. You got to learn how to give the energy they are giving. A lot of people don't like the medicine they dish out. Yes, thank you, and everybody that can, don't mind, follow a little instruction, put nicety in there. So a Lemon will get it. Yes, nicety. You want me to be nice, you be nice. You want me to be nasty, you be nasty. All right, then you understand. Libra energy. That's right. That's right. I'm being all I can be to you, what you being unto me. I'm doing unto others as you would have me do it unto you. You come in with the foolishness, I would deal with the foolishness. Yes, sir. And I don't apologize. Because if you were bold enough to do it, I'm gonna be bold enough to straighten it. If you are bold enough to say it, I'm gonna be bold enough to make you eat every word, every syllable, every consonant. Huh? Every one or every space in between the letters. Yes, you're gonna get every inch. Every inch of it. If you talk too much, you're gonna get all of it. Don't tell me about it. This is a train. You should have thought about that before you were running your mouth. Because I'm gonna make you swallow all of that train. Every cart that's attached to whatever you said. If you did a paragraph, you got to eat that paragraph. If you wrote a novel, baby, you're gonna have to eat that. If you did a short story, I'm giving you what you gave me. Yes, sir. Reciprocate energy. Yes, sir. And then people make a decision. Do you want me to continue to behave like this with you? If you don't like that, then change your behavior. Because I'm not going to stop treating you like this as long as you behave like this. If I'm not priority on your list, you're not going to be priority on mine. If I fall down your roster, you're going to fall down mine. If I'm important to you, you're going to be important to me. It's just that simple. People say, Apostle, it's hard. No, baby. It's easy to get a hold of me. Show me that I'm priority. And I'm going to show you priority. Huh? You all in? I'm all in. Huh? You got one leg out and one leg in. I'm a straddle. We both gonna be chased together. We're gonna be chased together. Cause I'm not no. And let me tell you something, baby. That's magic all by itself. Making a decision is magic all by itself. You don't have to pray a prayer. You don't have to do an affirmation. You don't have to light a candle. You don't have to burn an incense. You don't have to do. Make a decision. Make a decision. And boom, you have it. Y'all grown for no reason. What's the purpose of being grown when you can't make a decision for your life? And stand by your decision. Of course I'm part of the rainbow. Oshun Mare. I know what you're hitting at. Ask your daddy, am I a part of the community? Because you know your dad likes to swallow. And I likes to be swallowed. As TDJ said, have you ever been swallowed? I put my hands up. I put both hands up and 10 toes down. Yes. I was like, who? Bishop, what are we talking about? Because have I ever? Absolutely, Bishop. And I loves it. I don't like it. I loves it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I hear you. Yeah, go to my YouTube channel and get a consultation. Sonny said, oh my God, not again today. Is it true? Y'all know I be telling the truth. I gotta go now. I gotta go. I've been out here in the cemetery a while. All right. I gotta go. I love y'all. I'll see y'all a little later on. I got stuff to do. I got and pick up. I went and picked up some flowers, and I gotta go go to this bakery before I leave out of Miami. Check in the box. Check in the box. Ah, check in the box. I don't know what that means. Interact. Oh, hold on. Just to let y'all know where I'm at. That's the saber tree right there. I didn't even know it can do this, to be honest with you. But this is where I'm at. I don't know what that meant. There you go. Okay. Geechee Mama say nice to see you too. Oh, check my DM. Okay. All right. I'll check my DM. Make sure you guys have go to my YouTube channel and join my YouTube channel. There's a lot of information on there. But I normally do a daily teaching. Normally, sometimes I don't come on, but normally I'm on. But I'm gonna use YouTube to answer more questions. My baby Scorpio told me that she really enjoyed that. So, and then I later on post it on my YouTube channel. And I do readings, I do all that kind of stuff. Book consultations. To all of y'all that want to do graveyard work and that type level of protection, all you got to do is go to my website. No, actually, you can't go on my website for that. You would have to actually get a consultation first, and then get that consultation, and then we can proceed to do that. I've only been in a graveyard in Texas, and I don't go to funerals. Child, I slept in the graveyard. Brilliant Tay, hold on just a minute. Let me hook you in here too as a man. I am very good at what I do, and anybody that you in Palm Beach, well, you close to me. I gets down. Where did Mac Man? I think Mac Man wants some of this wood of mine. That's why he keep asking me, am I in the community? Cause he see this chocolate with nuts. I think he want these inches. That's what's wrong with him. He's showing too much interest in a grown man. I'm 51 years old. This grown man come with pubic. You better stop playing me. I'm grown. I remove spines. Yeah. That when a man be coming in another man's live and be talking crazy like that, that's a like, bro, why are you so into keep coming back? You want something other than my ministry. You want my inches. That's what you want. You better find my Cash App. That's what you want to do. If you trying to get my attention, and you want to know so much, Cash App Apostle Ely. That's what that. Then we'll see how serious it is. Y'all better watch that. Duchess said that part right there. I also subscribe to your YouTube, and I'm from my. Oh, you from Miami? Yes, I get down with the get down. Now, let me say this too. Just because somebody say they come from Haiti, Miami, Georgia, Trinidad, all of that don't mean that they super bad with magic. Don't even take my word for it. Listen to the people that I work for. Tell you about Apostle Ely. New Orleans, that's another one. Because everybody that just cause they from those areas don't mean that they is that super bad, and they might be good at some magical things. Some magical things. I do court cases. Right now I'm in the process of bringing the lawyer that coming against me and the law firm. And I'm talking about spiritually. I'm gonna bring them to naught. That's what kind of power I work with. Some of y'all out here playing games with me. You don't have that kind of money, but I do have things that I can give you to help you along. And all of you that got my talisman from my Orishas, y'all know the potency of those talisman because they come through my bloodline. So I can't speak for others spiritually. I'm telling you about mine. So where I come from, what I do is real. Kingmaker, they go. She said he's extremely powerful. Yeah, I get down with the get down. I will put something on a Haitian's ass in a minute. Yeah, I'm out there. I'm out there. I'm not cheap or cheesy. My talisman have been a big blessing in my life. See, they'll tell you about the stuff that I have. The talisman are if you want one, because I don't have that many. I have more Batala than anything, but those are on $300. I'm gonna need a console. I know, get one. Only thing standing between a lot of y'all is finding a real McCoy and getting your money right. Because you don't have to be going through the things you're going through. Now, I can't make you make smart decisions. I can give you smart information and smart strategy, but I don't tell grown, and anybody on my platform tell you, I do not tell grown people what to do. I give you knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You make your own decision. I just don't understand how you can be around this much wisdom and do stupid stuff. And that I don't understand. That's a mystery all by itself. But I don't tell grown people what to do. I advise, I give you information, I tell you what the spirits say, but you do what you do. The only person I'm gonna tell you what to do is me. Me. That's what I rule, that's what I tell what to do. Everybody else I influence. Apostle is not only powerful, he is beyond loving and truly cares about what happens to you. Yes. And sometimes y'all have me repeat myself over and over and over. Only thing I want to do over and over like that is sex. All right, I got to go because my phone about to die. I got to go charge it. All right, love y'all. I see y'all. Wait a minute, I did something wrong. All right.